Hey, what is up, guys? Venom Eclipse here, and boy, am I in a good mood. This is actually a tips and tricks video for you guys. I know I really want to talk about something else right now, but I can't. This is strictly tips and tricks. And today we'll be focusing on the Barrett.50Cal. I know I maybe get some comments saying, oh, you're a noob, oh, you do not use the heartbeat sensor, oh my god. Well, I'm sorry, guys, it was all I had on, so, I really apologize. It was all I had for this gun, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this out. And I did use it to my benefit, so I kind of recommend it if you were if you're not a quick scoper and you don't like to rush around the map, you like to just stay back and camp and be the kind of person that you just hate to get killed by. Then I I really suggest use the heartbeat sensor. Or if if you're going for a good game, maybe you're trying to get that Osprey gunner, the first Osprey gunner, or maybe you're going for a Moab first, but the attachments I really would recommend besides the heartbeat sensor for the Barrett is its variable zoom and the either kick proficiency or impact or maybe even speed. The reason I would choose kick obviously is because the gun has quite amount of recoil and it's just a pain in the butt to maintain if you're just spraying down the line of sight. If you have to spray and you get like maybe a hit marker with it and you have to provide a follow-up shot, then I definitely recommend using kick. But other than that, I recommend either impact or speed. And the reason I recommend using impact is because if you get a hit marker, which is really rare, then yeah, well, I'm just gonna say hit markers are less prevalent than it would be using any other attachment because I don't know why it just says it'd be more bullet penetration, so which is like shooting through a wall. But I don't want to see how that's possible. But because it seems like whenever I put impact on any of my guns online, I get definitely a lot less hit markers than I would using another proficiency. And speed, which is my third proficiency recommendation, I would recommend using because it's a heavy gun. It's a lot heavier than using the L18, the MSR, or the I think it's the RSASS. Am I right? But using this gun and the AS50, they're both really heavy weapons, so using speed makes you run a little bit faster with them. So that's also another really good proficiency to use. So let's go into attachments. For attachments, I recommend either heartbeat sensor or variable zoom, or maybe on the maybe the darker maps. I recommend using thermal sight. And look at that quick scope. Look at that. No, but I recommend using thermal sight if you're on one of those darker maps because it's harder to see the enemies with a normal scope. It just is dark, and the thermal scope kind of I could say illuminates the enemy unless you're using I believe assassin is the perk that causes them to be visible, which is kind of a stupid perk. I mean, like, they should just have it cold-blooded like it is in Modern Warfare 2, and have it so it's blind eye at assassinating one. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it's a good idea because it takes 2 per categories, so it kind of takes up 2 spots and twice the amount of perks that you lose in order to use the perks that are a little bit more unfair, I should say. But as I said before, extended mags is good for spraying, so I would recommend using extended mags and kick together. I would not recommend anything else. Maybe extended mags and speed, but I would not use extended mags and impact. I'd use variable zoom and impact because variable zoom is good for log maps like this map. This is a really good example. Black box. It's a really long range map at most parts, and let's see here. I'm not really using it like I would a normal sniper, just camping in the back, kind of. I'm more of like a quick scoper. I'm particularly a quick scoper, so I don't usually like to camp in the back. I either like to run around and gun. But this map, I decided just to mess around on, try to piss people off a little bit. So that's why I'm bringing you this really good tips and tricks video. And I know I got a lot of comments in my last video saying use the MK14, use the PP90. Well, it's coming, guys. Don't worry, it's coming. I'm working on it. I'm 10th prestige, level 79, so no more prestiging for me, and got all the weapons. It's all good, guys. It's all good. So what was I saying? Where was I? Oh yes, on the perks that I recommend using. I would definitely recommend maybe blind eye, or unless you're camping if you're camping in a building, don't use blind eye. I would stick to something like maybe sleight of hand, but you won't be reloading that much because I think it's a 10-round clip, so you have plenty of ammo for the gun if you're using a perk besides sleight of hand. Let me think of another. Maybe recon, just in case you need to throw some stun grenades or something. Perk 2, I would recommend using quick draw, obviously for the faster ADS time, and maybe assassin. If you like to stay on the low profile sniper look. Maybe if you use assassin, maybe suppressor's not that bad of an idea because they don't know where you are. You're totally hidden. So blind eye, assassin, and suppressor, that could be another combination. But that'd be more recommendable for the RSASS because there's a lot less recoil and a lot faster fire rate. I mean, it's a lot more easy to maintain than this gun. Let's see here. Perk to maybe Hardline's a good idea if you're going for a Moab, because you get all your other perks a lot faster. So maybe Hardline's a good idea. What other perks are there? I can't really. Oh, Blast Shield. I think there's Blast Shield. I would not recommend Blast Shield unless people know where you are. So obviously you're not gonna be using a suppressor. So if you're hiding in a building, people are throwing grenades at you, Blast Shield is a great way to go. Let's go to perk 3. Most likely Marksman, because you know with a sniper you're not running around like you are with an assault rifle or shotgun or SMG. So you definitely want to use maybe Marksman to see enemies' names from farther away. And the secondary, you know, anything's fine. Maybe mostly machine pistols or pistols. I recommend the USB 45 extended mags. It's a really good way to go. Or maybe a machine pistol with extended mags or suppressor. You know, maybe even a Kimbo. So looks like this video is wrapping down. If you guys have any questions, please make sure you leave it in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And until next week for the weapon tips and tricks, maybe next Tuesday, I will upload it of the MK14, and I will have the user who suggested the weapon, so don't you guys worry, you guys will be getting some credit for it. And I'd like to thank you for all the good feedback I had on my other weapon tips and tricks videos, or maybe my need some feedback video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. You know, I really appreciate some more followers to update what I'm doing. The final score is 30-4, and I really appreciate leave it a like, guys. So don't forget to leave it a like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.